Variables. Lamar is a fertility doctor working with a couple who's been trying to conceive for over 12 months. After meeting with the couple, Lamar has suggested that they may want to try using medication to improve the number of sperm that the male is producing. Since infertility medications may be harsh on the body, Lamar would like to simplify the following formula to determine the least amount of time that the medication would need to be taken. So using this here. So to find the least common multiple for this scenario, we would first need to write down all the unique variables. So we have A, O, R, and T. And when finding the least common multiples, we are going to be looking for the highest exponent for each of these variables and place them next to the matching variable. So the highest exponent for A is a to the fifth. So we would write 5 right there. Then we look at O. The highest exponent for O is 2. So we would place a 2 right there. Then for R, you can see it right there. So we have 2. Now for T is T to the third. So this would be our least common multiple for these two. Example 2. Monique is working with an older couple who is struggling to become pregnant. Since females over the age of 35 tend to produce less eggs, it may make it harder for a female to become pregnant past the age of 35. Monique would like to have her female patient track her ovulation cycle to determine how many eggs she is releasing. Once Monique gets this data back, she will enter into this formula. However, this formula needs to be reduced to find the least common multiple so that Monique can give an accurate understanding of the least amount of time that the patient is releasing of their eggs. So, here we have this. Find the least common multiple for this equation. We need to look at both exponents and the numbers now. So, let's look at 8 and 10. And let's just write out the multiples for both and find the least common multiple. So 8 times 1 is 8. Then 8 times 2 is 16. Or we can just add 8 for each one. So 16 plus 8 is 24. 8 times 3. Now 8 times 4 is 32. And then 8 times 5 is 40. So then let's look at 10, which is 10, 20, 30, 40. So we can see that the least common multiple is 40 here. So let's just go ahead and write that down. Then we have T, X, and Y. And we're going to write the largest exponent for each of these letters. So for T, we notice T to the fifth is the largest one. So we'll write 5 right there. For X, we have X squared, or just X. So we'll put the 2 right there. Then for Y, we have Y to the fourth. So we'll put the 4 right there. So our answer is now 40, T to the fifth, X to the second power, and Y to the fourth power. So this is our solution.